joining. And everyone watching around the world, thank you for joining our live stream. Yeah, it's Pekamo, the His Mechanic, and today I'm excited to let you guys know that we have in the building, as we earlier scheduled, Michael Flourish. Michael Flourish is here. I see that you guys are here. Thank you for the like. And as you join in this live stream, endeavor to keep liking the video, like the video, and subscribe if this is your first time here. And as you can see on this side of my screen is Michael Flourish.
Thank
I
you.
hope I'm pointing in the right direction. Am I pointing in the direction, Michael?
Yes, you are. You are. Yeah.
Yeah. So I want us to have influx of maybe about a couple of people.
Okay.
Then we give you the floor, Michael. But I must say, Michael, I'm excited to have you here today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Also, it's a beautiful time. Hopefully, we're going to have something to share. You know, looking forward to sharing the little of my experience with people, and then we learn from each other. Basically, thank you for having me.
Yeah, actually, we are here to learn from you. So that's a
Come on,
given.
man.
It's
We're
a
learning from
given.
everyone. We're learning from each other. Yeah. So basically, that's it. Can they drop questions in the chat or something?
Yeah, they could drop questions in the chat.
Okay. Okay.
We are hoping that YouTube will be kind to us to help us with the best part of the algorithm
I
today.
also dropped
Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining.
I also dropped the link on my Twitter and on my status just for people to.
Hey, Tina Marie, what's up, Tina? How are you doing? So we have here Tina. We have here Michael Flourish. This is Michael Flourish.
Hi Tina, it's nice
How
to
are you
meet
doing
you.
today, Tina? Yeah, Michael Flourish is saying hi to you.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Tina. Um, yeah, hopefully we're
Thanks.
gonna share something with each other. You can drop your comments in the chat, and then don't forget to support my brother by liking and subscribing. Yeah, Michael. Yeah, I can see that, Michael. Hello. Yeah, nice to meet you. And like I said, I think
Yeah,
I
Tina
dropped.
is
Like I said, I think I dropped
okay. Go
the
ahead.
I dropped the link on my Twitter.
Oh,
So
that's
people
kind
can
of you.
actually join. Let's see. Oh,
Thank you for that.
so Tina said, "Where you at?
So,
Should I start talking now?"
okay, we're gonna be going into that. Wayne Angola, thank you for joining my live stream. Wayne Angola, thank you so much. Please double tap to like if you've not done that, and subscribe to this channel if you're yet to do that. Okay, I want us to have at least a couple of people, maybe five and above, then we can go. Thank you guys for joining. All right, we have four people here, so I think it's safe to start. So, guys, today in the house we have Michael Flourish here. You know, there's something pristine about Michael Flourish. Michael Flourish is my best friend, even though we have a cascade of oceans, vast in size, in between us right now. But we were once together. I mean, we lived together for like 2 years while we are in college, and he was a great inspiration to me. He has, a very broad mind and great outlook to life. Michael, if you remember, the first time ever I heard about AI, artificial intelligence, that's now like the new order now, was from you
Yeah,
because uh, artificial intelligence, I think a part of it was what you did as a final year project
yeah,
when you studied computer science,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
You remember?
My my final
Uh,
year project was on AI. Yeah, artificial intelligence. Yeah. Then it
and
wasn't
I
that big.
remember, yeah, it wasn't big. I heard it the first time from you, Michael. I never knew anything like AI apart from watching a couple of movies and doing robotics and stuff. And I remember you taught me about control system,
Hmm.
a closed circuit, where a system uses the details of the outputs to inform the new inputs to
Yeah,
get the
exactly.
system running accurately and efficiently. I learned
Mhm.
that from you, and
It's a privilege.
I came across it.
It's a privilege. Thank you.
I used that because we have a control system in the automotive electronic systems, where they use some certain outputs to generate input. But without going too far and stealing the show from Michael, who is a very amazing guest on this show, I would like to give Michael the floor. Michael Flourish, please, can we get to know you?
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much, Pekamo, for having me in this platform. Beautiful platform. And like you said, my name is Michael. Michael Flourish. Actually, Flourish was actually a self-proclaimed name because of the kind of ideology that I have about life. I'm a growth-oriented person, and I like to express myself in terms of who I am in any way I go. And then I just, I claim that word flourish because I just want to flourish in everything I do. So I'm more of like a growth oriented person. So yeah. Basically right now, I'm the founder of Flourish Food Academy. Um, we actually the biggest or the fastest growing tech company in Nigeria right now. And I'm currently
Kumari, welcome, Kumari.
can everyone hear me? Okay, okay. I'm currently
Yeah, we can
residing
hear you.
in United States of America. Just to answer Tina's question, and I'm also into tech in the US, and basically very much open to more opportunities. Looking forward to getting more things done right now. So basically, that's it for me. If you have any other question, you can drop it in the chat, and I'll be glad to answer you. But basically, Um, one thing I love to do most is to help. Pekamo knows me. So
Mm,
one thing about me, one thing that is very constant about me is helping. And helping in any situations, it could be, guiding you to become the better version of yourself. The major reason why
mhm.
I started Flourish Academy, Pekamo can bear me witness, was because I wanted to help the next generation in what I believe in, which is, technology. And I was pondering about it, like, how can I help these people? How can I help the younger generation about, what I do? And then I think about it, what, let me start off something. Right now, the business is being run by people that I have groomed. I just barely do the little. I'm not going to go
Yeah.
into details right now. I know Pekamo would, ask questions regarding that, but that's basically all about me. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You hit the ground running with that flow. You flowed well with that introduction. And I wish there was enough time. There was a lot you didn't talk about that people
Hmm.
like to hear, but we will make do with the time we have. You get it.
Yeah.
And while you were talking, Kumari walked into the chat. Thank you, Kumari. I'm excited to have you here. And we also have Precious. Presh, what up, Presh? How are you, Presh? Good to see you here, Precious Shanera. I'm happy to have you here. Okay, Tina has a question. Wow, when did you start doing these? I think she's asking about Flourish Field Academy. When did you
Okay.
start doing this? Like, she's excited to know.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for that question. But before I start, um, Pekamo, I think from what I'm looking at, we're gonna have more questions from the chat. you know, but I think I like that. It's gonna make it more real. Nothing
Exactly.
too much to
Stage
it's gonna make it
managed.
more real. I remember Pekamo was even part of the how I started because I think I was in my final years. I think I was in my final year, yeah, of 400 level, and it became a very big impression in my heart. Like, I want to start something. I want to start something about this. I keep pondering about it, and thanks to Pekamo, I told him, I said, "What do you think is the best way for me to express this passion of mine? I love to help people, you know, get more knowledge." And I'm thinking about it. I said, "Oh, is it that I'm going to become a lecturer and then start teaching people, or do you think I need to just focus on my profession? And Pekamo was like, oh,
Mm.
wait a minute, slow down. You know, you love kids. You wanted to do it for younger kids. You know, I see you more teaching the younger generation than, and I'm like, that's right. So that was how it started. So I took that information in and I held it with me, but I didn't start immediately. So when I finished my master's,
You muted. You're muted. No. Okay.
oh yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah.
I'm using my phone. A call is coming in, and
Oh, sorry.
so that's why. So
We can hear you now.
all right, thank you so much. So basically, I started when I started my NYC. So it was after my NYC. I wasn't looking for a job. I just launched into starting my Flourish Academy, and ever since then, I think that was like 2015. Ever since then, Flourish
Mm.
is become a success. Yeah, thank you.
So that's good to know. So Tina, I hope you had answered your question right now. So I would like to know, Michael, if you'd like to share with us, what's your philosophy about life?
Hmm. Okay, yeah. Basically, um, you the way I see life, the way I see life is more like you cannot tell what happens to you in future or presently, but you can choose to be responsible for the things you want to get.
Mm.
I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So it's more like
Yes, making
saying
sense.
your destiny is in your hands and not what the situation you are. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? That's my
Mm.
philosophy. I believe more in creating your own opportunity. Do you understand?
Mm.
I won't be where I am today if I had not put in the dedication, the consistency, the skill
Mm.
sets that I have acquired. I won't be here.
Mm.
It was more of me saying, it was more of me seeing the future and actualizing the future with my own plannings and um, consistency. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So
I
that's my
get
own
it.
philosophy. That's my own philosophy of life. Um, and the reason why I'm saying it like this, because I know many viewers are watching from Nigeria and all over the world. It doesn't matter what you're going through right now. It doesn't define who you are. What really
Mm.
defines you, what really defines you is what you are doing and
Mm.
what you are seeing yourself becoming. You understand? And the pathway you choose to actualize what you want to become. So that's my philosophy. So
Mm.
it's more growth oriented. And like I said again,
Mm.
the reason why I'm Flourish, it's not a name given by my parents. It was a name given by myself because I want to see myself in that part. So it's more
Mm.
of growth oriented to life, so that's my philosophy about life. I don't know if I was able to answer perfectly well what you're asking for. So it's more like
No, I
growth
love
and
that.
purpose. Yeah, growth and purpose, a purpose
I
driven
love
life,
that.
a life with intentions, choosing um not choosing to accept the situation that you are into, but creating your own
Mm.
opportunities, creating your own reality. That's my view about life.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Uh, I like the way you put it. And while you were talking, Shah joined the chat. Shah, much respect. I'm so glad that you're here today. And
Thanks so
Shah
much,
has been
everybody.
greeting everybody in the chat. Um, Shah's twin is Tina Marie. So for those who don't know, and Shah
Hi.
is asking, can I ask what the topic is about? So for those who didn't see the schedule and the post, the topic we're discussing about today, my bad for not relating it to you guys, is navigating to your goals. The topic of today is navigating to your goals. And Michael has helped us with his philosophy of life, which keeps ringing in my head right now because he made it so simple that his philosophy about life is that even though you might not be able to know exactly what the future holds, but you could stand from where you are now and create your reality, design your future, and launch forth into it and try to create a future that you can see. Am I right, Michael?
Fantastic. Yeah.
So that's very good. Thank you so much for that perspective. Um, if I will go ahead to ask, I'd like to pick your brain about this. So, what do you think, Michael, about goal setting? What do you think about setting goals?
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
it necessary?
So if you listen to how I answer the first question, you will know that goal setting is necessary. Because I just
Mm,
said earlier that you have to create your own reality. But in order for you not
mm,
to chase the invisible or to chase things that are not realistic, you need to set your goals. And I'll give an example. Um, and I like that question because it's going to help in approaching goal setting in a proper way. So I believe goal setting is necessary because how do you tell how do you tell what you have achieved without setting a goal? You don't want to go out there, chasing dust, chasing emptiness, chasing nothing. You want to be able to tell that this is what I've achieved. Right now, as I'm talking to you, I already set a goal, a short time goal for myself for what I want to achieve before March. That gives me
mm,
stability. That gives me that gives me a form of assessment of what I've been doing with my life. So you have
mm,
to. One thing I would say is the fact that it's necessary doesn't mean you should have a short term and long term goal. You understand? So, like I
mhm,
said, I have a goal for March and I have a goal before my birthday, which is June. Thank God
mm,
it's the half of the month, half of the year. So I have a goal for March and I have a goal for June. So that is what I'm working on right now. And for you to pursue that goal, you need to be consistent about what you're doing. So
mm,
let's say for example, you're looking for a job, you're unemployed, and you said, 2026, I want to, yeah, my year of getting a good job. You don't just say, I want to get a good job. You have to plan how you're going to get a good job. You understand? So if you are a religious person here, it's not just about praying that, oh yeah, I want to get a good job, or you have to, I want to get a good job, but how do I get a good job? Then you set your plan.
mhm,
Okay, I'm going to work on my resume. I'm going to I'm going to be able to apply 50 jobs every week, or these are the things that helps you
mhm.
you know achieve your short-term goals. And before you know it,
Sure.
your long-term goals will be achievable. So to answer the question again, goal setting is very necessary. Very necessary. Yeah.
Thank you
Thank you.
very much for that perspective. I want to branch into the chat a bit. And I see Tina Marie said, yes, Michael, I love your outlook on life. So, Michael, that's for you, a compliment to you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you, Tina.
oh, Shara, kind of you. Shara says, become a looking sharp. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Shara, for that. And Precious is saying, hey, Michael, as well. Nice to meet you. So that's for you from
Oh, nice to
Presh.
meet
Presh
you,
is saying,
Precious. Yeah, nice to meet you.
so,
Oh, we can
so
drop in
good.
the chat. I'm sorry, we can drop in the chat where we are chatting from, so we know where you are chatting from. Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I know where most of them are chatting from, but I think it's good for you to also drop where you're chatting from. So Michael and others that are joining could know where you're chatting from. And you
Yeah.
can also connect with each other. So
Yeah.
good to have you guys here. Okay. So going forward, you know, there is this mindset about people, you know, okay, let me put it this way. There's this mindset about some people will just be great no matter what they do. And somehow the school of thought that you have to work your ass off to become great, to become, you know, to become something in life, to actualize a dream or something. What's your take? I want to ask you, do you think successful people are born or they are made. So do you think some people are fortunate that serendipity shined on them and they are just going to be great by default? Or you think anybody can follow the template and become successful? Are successful people born or made?
That's a good question. Okay, to me, it's my personal opinion. I stand to be corrected. You can be born into. Let me put it this way: successful people are made. It takes work, but I want to balance it. But you can have advantage. I'll break it down what I mean by
Mm,
advantage, and that's the angle I want to take the question into. But I want to say
mm,
clearly, you need work to be great. Greatness is not
mm,
for comfortable people. You know, you
mhm,
need to put in the work so that you can see the results. You know, if you want to get a different result from every other person, you need to put in more work. But
mhm,
but sometimes it's not always like that. I want to give you an example. If you are born into a family that already has everything for you, or a wealthy family, for example, your leverage
mm.
is a little bit. You already have an advantage. Let's not take
You're
advantage
right,
out of
Michael.
it.
You're right.
Yeah, so that's the angle I want to come in from. For someone like me, I created my own opportunity from ground zero to where I am right now.
Mm, mm,
For some people, for some people, their parents already did the job, and you cannot take that
mm.
away from them. So greatness is in it. It's not. How do I put it? Some people are born into greatness, but it still takes your work. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, guys. Please drop it in the chat if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
understand.
yeah.
If I'm making sense to you, you can drop it in the chat. But that's the angle I'm coming from. Like,
Mm,
let me give an example. For example, now, the great fella Nicola Pokuti. It's the greatest Afrobeat musician of all time. He gave birth to children, and it was easy for them to take up the legacy. It was easy for
you're
Femi
right.
Kuti. It was easy for Femi Kuti to just climb the limelight. Just continue the legacy of your father. He doesn't need to start from zero.
Mhm.
So that's where
You're
I'm
right.
coming from. So greatness sometimes can be inherited,
Mhm.
even though you need to put in the work still. You without taking out the work, you can inherit it. And the reason
Mm.
why parenting, you can Pekamo, you can disagree with me on this. It's fine. We can go live. We can go back and forth on it. I know you. I know you understand. But that's why. That's so the reason why I want to take parenting so seriously is because I want my kids to be able to tap from my energy if they want to, so that it's easy for them to build on whatever legacy I've started.
You want to give them a leverage.
Leverage, you understand? But to cut the long story short, there is no greatness without work. Whether you have privileges or not, there's no greatness without work.
Mm.
I want to give a good example again. How many of us know Davido? A great guy. He was born into an influential family,
Yeah,
but he
he's a great
works hard.
musician.
You understand? He works hard like as if he was born into a very poor family. He worked so hard,
Mm.
even though he had the privilege. So it was easy for him to be great. So you can't curse that kind of a person, you know. So you can't deny greatness for those kind of person. So I hope I've been able to answer your question, Pekamo.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
You did it
exactly.
so well. You made me understand that, even though everything, rests on the shoulder of how much work you put in, but some people have a good head start. So some don't start in the start of the race, the start line. Some are midway to finish line already. But with what you said, if whether you're on the start line or you're in midway to finish line, if you don't put effort to run towards the finish line, you're not going to make it to the finish line. You're not
Exactly.
going to become
Someone has
successful. And
something
that's why
beautiful.
I love that.
Someone has something beautiful in the chat. I want you to read that. I think it's from
So,
Sha. Yeah,
Shar is
I like
saying,
that.
but if you work hard for it, you appreciate it more because it wasn't given to you.
Mm,
Yeah, that's a beautiful perspective,
yeah,
because you know it's gonna be dear to you. Like you will not want to lose it. You put in all your blood and sweat and energy to protect it, to make sure it appreciates, to make sure it multiplies. Um, um, I think whether it's given to you or not, as long as you put in some work, some real good work, you're not going to let it go back. You're not going to let it, retrogress. You want it to keep
exactly.
going forward and increase. And that's what distinguishes lazy mind people or lazy minded people from people who want to take the bull by the horn, put in the work to actualize the success that they see. And I appreciate you, Shah, for that perspective.
That's
It
a
is
very
true, whatever you
can,
work for.
can I
Yeah, go
come in,
ahead,
please?
Michael.
Can I come in, please?
Please
That's a
do.
very beautiful perspective, and and that's one of the arguments we always have. Like, sometimes you really need to work hard for it so that you can appreciate it. But see, I want us to balance it up. There are people that has that leverage, that advantage, and still appreciate whatever effort their parent already did. I can name names. We have the like of the Otedolas. Those children are like the most hardworking people I've ever seen. Online. I'm talking
Mm,
about the Temi Otedola, DJ Copy. Because there's a way, and I think it boils down to parenting. It boils down to how you transfer that energy to them. You know, look
mm-hmm,
at look at the like of Davido now. I feel like Davido works hard. I don't know if anybody knows Davido, but I feel like Davido works hard more than some artists that started from the slum. That's how
mm-hmm,
crazy that guy works. You understand? So whether you are born into the advantage or whether we are born with an advantage or not, you just really need to have that mentality, not just working hard, but also appreciating the process, and I think that was also a beautiful view from Sha. So that's what I want to say about that. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Michael. And once more, Shara, thank you for throwing that perspective. It's always been a thing that whatever you labor for, whatever you chase after, whatever you put in effort and resources for, it's going to be dear to you. It's going to be dear to your heart. And I think that perspective of yours, Shar, informs us to put our labor into whatever we have, whether we have a big advantage or whether we are even just finding the foundations of our journey in life. So thank you for that, Shar. Okay, thank you guys for still hanging on this live stream. I'm excited to have you guys here, and it's noteworthy to mention that Michael Flourish is with us here, and I am very excited that he could grant and honor my invitation to this live stream.
Yeah.
And for everyone listening, I really appreciate you guys. Had a you have 100 reasons to not be here, but you decide to be here. I appreciate you for that. Thank you so much for responding, for your questions. If you have more questions or insight or perspective or contributions, you can drop them in the chat
Yeah.
and we're going to read it out. I'll do my best to make sure I read them out. In the meantime, let's go on from here. You see, Michael, with what you've said so far, I'm a bit puzzled about the fact that the insight you've thrown to these is making me see it that life doesn't owe you anything, but it throws you somewhere, and wherever you are, just make sure you find your way to your big or great destination.
Yeah.
Like nothing fair in life, nothing even in
No.
life. Like
No.
from the insight you've dropped, it's now dawning on me that nobody's promised anything. No, life is not planning to be fair to anybody.
That's right.
It just throws us randomly to different places, but the onus is on us all to pick it up from wherever we are and make good whatever is in our hands, whether it is nothing or an abundance. Isn't that perplexing to you?
It's not fair. But this is life. you know
Wow.
this is life. um you know sometimes you look at it and like, must we fight for everything? Must we, can we just be
Hmm.
lazy? Can we just be lazy and everything comes to us? But that's not how life works. Um,
Hmm.
and I like the principle of life that way because
Hmm.
if it is that easy, then life might not be meaningful. The reason why we're giving meaning to life is so that you can see that every human has a power to set a goal and achieve it. And one thing I know for sure in life is there's a power we have in us that whatever you set your mind into, you will get it, no matter the obstacle. My cousin,
Hmm.
my biggest fan is my cousin, and he always tell me something. He said,
Hmm.
so there was a day he's apparently in Canada. We were having a chat, and then he said, "Bro, kind of like I I believe in you so much because everything you've told me, you've achieved it." And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Even when it was hard." I remember
Hmm.
when we were struggling in the slum. I don't know if you, I'm from Nigeria. I came from the slum. I lived in Saliko. You can bear with me how Saliko looks like. It's a slum, you know. And then we were sitting down, in the streets. And I told every of my picture that I have about the future. Kept telling my brother, I
Hmm.
kept telling my cousin, like, I see myself here, I see myself there. And fast forward till today, I achieved everything, and I'm working towards. And I like the name, the topic you said, navigating. So because you never achieve it all, you keep navigating life. You
Yep.
keep, setting more goals, creating legacy, and that is what life is all about. Until God says,
Hmm.
"My son, it's okay, come." Do you understand? So life is not easy, but trust me, if you are dedicated enough, you're disciplined enough, you're hardworking enough, you will get something out from life. Do you understand? So
If
that's
you
my
if
own.
you're dedicated enough, disciplined enough, wow, you get something out of life.
Yeah.
I love that. That's a good punchline. Can you repeat that again?
Oh God, I'm just saying it. I don't know. It's not like, man, God help me. I said, life is not easy. Life is not easy, but if you're
Okay.
dedicated enough to to the goals that you have created for yourself, disciplined enough,
Mm-hmm.
consistent enough, you will get something out of life.
Mm.
You will always get something out of life. So you don't have to sit down complaining
That's
that, oh
pristine. That's
no,
pristine, Michael.
I want to say something. You don't have to sit down complain now and be emotional about, oh no, I'm poor, I don't do this, oh no, I'm frustrated,
Mm.
I'm depressed. Yes, life is not fair, but you have to take the bulls by the horn, man.
Yeah,
Do you
you're
understand?
right.
Do you understand? You have to take the bulls by the horn.
You're right.
You have to tell yourself, this is what I want to achieve from life, and no obstacle will stop you. Whatever you set your mind to achieve, you will definitely achieve it. It sounds like as if I'm preaching right now.
No, no, you're making a lot of sense. You're making a great deal of sense. Yeah, thank you so much for that. You see, guys, I need you to understand something. Michael did not come from a privileged family. I knew his dad worked his ass off. I mean,
Yeah,
but the effort was not, enough to place Michael up here. I remember that back then when we were in college and, we were in the
oh
same
man,
room, he was my roommate. We shared the little things we had at some points because resources were not enough,
that's right.
and I appreciate the fact that Michael was able to transform his life to the point that, someday last year he called me, "Hey guy, what's your day rate?" And I was wondering why I
Per
was
month.
asking, and
Are you
I
going to
told
say
him,
that right
and he
now?
said, and he said, "I'm going to send you a day rate because I want to take your whole day. I want us to discuss." You
Come
know,
on, man.
he was able to build up himself to that point, and it was like, I need your time, and I don't want to seize it. I'm not a dictator, but I need it. I want to pay you, so you're good for the day. And he was able to get to that level where he could be kind with some different dynamics. Hey, please, I'm on a live stream. Thank you. God bless you. So that's one of the things I appreciate about him, because he set the goals and he was able to make the goals a reality. And it's a testament, or rather, it's a witness to us that if you are really determined, it's not as though it's going to come in our time when we set our goals and we put the time to it, but let's keep pressing. Somehow, some way, things will align in our favor. With us being ready, we will get our goals actualized. So, guys, I want you guys to be encouraged about that.
Yeah.
And with these, I want to also recognize the presence of Lala. Lala joined the live stream just right now, as Michael was talking. Lala,
Okay.
how are you doing? Good to have you here.
It's nice to
The
meet you,
vibe.
Lala.
Yeah, Lala, thank you for joining live stream. Lala, I'm sure Michael wants to know, and likewise some other people that join this live stream, they want to know where you're streaming from. Thank you. And also we have Bubblegum and Shoestring Racing. Hey, what up? It's been a while. Bubblegum, I'm happy to have you here. How are you doing? A happy new year to you. Uh and also
Thank you, Tina.
Yeah, Shara is saying, I truly appreciate the conversation. Thank you for that. Oh, Shara, thank you so much for seeing the little we're doing and seeing it as big. Thank you so much for that. And Tina Marie says, I think it's what Michael said. No matter the circumstances, we must see the vision and make plans to get to it. And that's
Yeah.
very pristine.
Facts.
I'm excited that Tina could catch that. You know, no matter the circumstances, wherever the point you find yourself, whether easy, whether it's tough, just put in all the work to get you to where you're going to. Thank you for that, summarized insight, Tina. And I can see that all my peeps are, greeting themselves in the chat. And also we have someone beautiful walked in here. KK Bradley, what's up? I'm happy to see you here. And here we have Michael Flourish. And for
Hi.
those that
Hi,
just
everyone.
joining
Thank you
us,
for joining. Yeah.
yeah, that's Michael Flourish. Is my very good friend, and I could tell he's my best friend. And we are discussing on the topic navigating to your goals. So, guys, I'll be excited if you guys can stay tuned and enjoy the rest of our thoughts. Thank you. Michael, let me ask you, can you share with us, you know, a goal setting and a goal actualization story of yours, if you don't mind? Like
Hmm.
a goal you've set and that you were able to actualize. Probably you walk us through what spurred you to set the goal, how you started out on the goal, how tough it was, with the hurdles and impediments along your way, and how you were able to actualize it, putting in, if any, factors of help from people, networking, luck. Maybe if there was a God factor, maybe an angel came to hand you a baton or something. Put in all those factors and help us navigate down to how you actualize that goal.
All right. So, I have two stories that I want to say. But I I was thinking about two stories to say. One is in the academic area, and the other one is career wise. So I don't know. Could you guys pick one from the chat? Should I speak? Could you pick from? Let's engage the chats too. So which one do you want me to say? Is it the one related to academics or the one related to real life, like life also?
So, guys,
Chat. Let's
pick.
engage you guys
Michael
now.
is urging us to pick.
What did you say?
Michael is urging us to pick.
Yeah. So I want because I would like to engage you guys. So I want to say a story regarding academic goals. The one I was able to achieve, unbelievable academic goals, or navigating here like life, real life instance. How I was able to say it. Okay, Tina said second one. Okay, Um. Okay. So Shah said second one. So I think we're gonna go with the second one. People don't want to listen about academics. So one of the major turning point for me, life. Okay, yeah, life, please, Mike. Okay, so one of the major turning point for me was um coming to coming to America. Am I allowed to speak about that one?
That's that sounds like a movie. Is it
Coming
part
to
three or
America,
part
yeah.
four?
Coming to America, yeah. So I wasn't a big fan of coming to America actually. First, I wasn't a big fan of coming to America. I'm more of like the European guy or Canada because I wanted to be able to because I just don't know why I'm not a big fan of coming to America. But at some point it
Mm,
got done on me like I need to give it a shot to come to America. And I didn't just say, oh, I want to come to America emotionally. No, I need to set a goal.
mm,
So I remember, and the good thing about setting a goal, I need you guys to take this note down. Well, you can apply it anywhere in life. The good thing about setting a goal is that
mm,
it is always timely. You always achieve. If you are consistent, discipline. I want to repeat that word. If you are consistent, discipline enough to your goals, you will achieve it in the time frame you planned. I set a
mm,
time. It wasn't up to 6 months. Trust me, when I said I want to come to the US and I got to the US in less than 6 months, I drew up my plan. I said, okay,
mm,
what am I supposed to do? I want to come to study. I'm passionate about my education and I want to further my education. So I drew up my plan. Okay, I'm going to apply to schools. I'm going to apply for scholarships and I'm going to prepare for interviews. I drew up all
mm,
my plans like that and I kept on going. I was applying for applications. I was getting rejected, but I kept on moving. I would get some good news from schools, and then also now wanted to apply for scholarships. So it kept on going that way, and lo and behold, I got everything that has to do with education, and then now preparing for interview.
wow.
I'm now preparing for interview. So preparing for my interview, it was more challenging because you're going to be facing
Mm,
the immigration officers and it takes more preparation for you to um for you to get something out of interview. If you know how interview works in Nigeria, it's not an easy thing. I can Pekamo can bear witness. Even looking at the scrutiny Nigerians are facing right now,
yeah, special
trust me,
scrutiny.
yeah, the scrutiny Nigerians are facing right now, it takes proper planning. It takes proper
Mm,
planning. It takes proper goal setting. It takes consistency for you to be able to get that. So I think I spent up to almost 2 months preparing for interviews.
wow.
Yeah, I had my
How was
dates.
it with past questions or what?
Not past question, because you have to. They have set of questions that they are asking, but you have to convince them enough, and you don't have to sound like as if you memorize anything. You have to be able to tell your
Yeah.
story without shaking. You have to be confident about it. So I was looking at my stories and studying everything I need to study about my schools, the reason why I'm coming to the US. Even though
Mm,
the purpose of you coming to the US is real, but this visa officer still wants to wants you to show confidence. So I practice all of these things, and lo and behold, I have just 1 minute. Oh, I think I have like 3 minutes to express myself on that day of the interview. And trust me, it won't.
wow.
It, and that's another thing about goal setting. It takes more work in the
Mm,
preparation, but at the
than the
time of
delivery
you
time.
showcasing it's just a few minutes. So most times in life, your preparation takes more work than the actual um presentation. So that
You're
what I'm
right.
saying is, yeah. So it takes more time for you to build in your 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 consistency. It takes more time in building your skills. but it takes little times in showcasing them. Look at all these sport athletes. They go through trainings, they go through all of this thing, but when you want to showcase your talent, it's just few minutes. So that was how it happens for me. It went so smoothly
Mm,
in 3 minutes, but I put in a lot of work. So
that's
I
awesome.
think I think that's the story for goal setting. Yeah, for me.
Okay, I don't know if this is gonna break the camel's back if I ask this. Um, so I think I learned from a leader that I used to hold in high esteem that when you're planning and you've not planned the finances, you've not planned at all
Exactly.
because you can do almost nothing without money. So how were you able to, if I could ask that, how are you able to pull through, the expenses required? It's one thing to plan on paper and you have a beautiful plan, but it's going to attract a budget. So how are you able to pull the resources that was required to get you from where you were to your goal?
No, thank you. Yeah. So thank you for that question. I'm sorry I didn't add that to the story. So the financial aspect was more of like I was already a founder. I was already founder of Flourish Academy, and at that time in Nigeria, I was earning in dollars.
Mm,
I was earning in dollars, and it wasn't a small money. Um,
wow.
yeah, I remember, and I was not even I wasn't the costs that I had then was just little because it was just more of like for
Mm,
internet and then gas. So
mm,
exponentially, I was able to save more. I've been saving financially. I've been saving, but it didn't just come from me. I won't lie. Big shout out to my uncle. My uncle was a
mm,
great support for me, and big shout
mm.
out to my dad also. My dad also was
Wow.
yeah was also a great support. But the most financial support came from me because I already had a good source of income. Like I said, you
Wow.
know what it means to earn dollar in Nigeria. You know what you know what I'm saying. So
It's
it was
crazy.
yeah. I was earning in dollars in Nigeria. So exponentially, I was able to save a lot of money, and then I was even able to tell them I work for my company, even at the interview. I was able to tell them, and I'm working on a
Wow.
project. They look at the sources. My website was outside. I already had done a lot of. We already. I don't want to say high. So my company already. We did a lot of projects in terms of coding boot camps. Everything was online. And when I told them
Mm,
I'm planning on working on a bigger project, and my education is going to allow me, achieve that. So they had a sense of like this guy has something,
mm,
So US don't want to take people that are
mhm.
liability. You know what I'm saying? They want to take people that are valuable. So they see that I can add value, and
You're right.
value attracts value. That's what I feel. They feel it's more like a
You're right.
mutual. They feel it's more like a mutual relationship. I'm not going to be a liability. I've never been a liability, and
Mm,
so basically, without the help of my father, my uncle, yeah, I won't be here. So they also played a very vital part in my
mm.
my journey. Yeah,
Shout out to your dad and your uncle for being a great support to you. And you've been able to say that the bulk of the financial, funding came from you. I think it's worth celebrating because that's a great feat.
yeah.
You know, I don't have two hands here because I'm holding my phone with one. I could have clapped for you because that's a very great feat. And it got me thinking I should start working on some things that will make the US say I should come in quick,
You're already on the path, bro. You know that, right? We talk about these things. You're already on the path. So I've always told people one of the best ways to make money. I don't know. This is not a financial class, but I want to say it. Even though you're working for somebody, you have to start something for yourself. Um, it gives you more value that way. Um, I'm a business minded person. I would never stop being a business minded person.
Mm.
Yeah. So you need to start, little for yourself. You know. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, is it a network or something? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you now. We
Okay. Did you
missed the
guys miss
point we were trying
anything?
to give us. Yeah, we missed it. Can you come again?
Oh, I said in the financial part. I'm just saying this is a little bit out of. I said, um, even though you work for someone, if you are currently working for someone, or you are an employee or something, you should find something for yourself. That's the best way to make financial breakthrough. You need to start something, no matter how small it is. Trust me, you need to start something for yourself. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Michael has dropped, a snippet
Oh
and
man, you
also a
need to
key
read the
point for
comments.
us.
You need to read the comments.
So, yeah, I'm going there. I'm going there. I'm going there. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
So I think you guys should meditate on these things. And while Michael was talking, we had Vio Billy Wise coming. I call her Mama Wise. Mama Wise, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the live stream. And guys, you can please do, if you have not, let us know where you're streaming from, because Michael and others joining this live stream will want to know where you're streaming from. Thank you for that. Uh, Lala said, keep growing, keep growing. Mama White said, yeah. And Shah said, so your was being fulfilled. Yeah, I think he has been able to take us down that lane.
yeah,
And Tina said, it takes proper planning, but can be done. Yeah,
yeah. That's right.
yeah. You
That's
know,
right.
the planning is rigorous, the process is rigorous, but it can really be done. Yeah. Shah says, thank you. I was just typing that same question. I think she was talking about, me asking about the financial part of actualizing your goals.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Tina said, that's amazing, Michael. You're very driven. You are giving hope and inspiration to others.
Thank you.
So Tina saying you're inspiring her,
Yeah.
and I'm being inspired by your story, even though I know, a good part of your story. Your story and getting some bit of inspiration, that's amazing. And Charles said, yes, Tina. Okay, Tina said, okay, I think that's obvious. Shah said we need to have more people like you in this world,
Wow.
Michael. So that's for you, Michael.
Thank you.
So
Thank you, Sharon.
that's a great word from Shah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Mrs. Ola said, hey, Michael, Mr. Ola, thank you for joining the live stream. I'm happy to have you here. How are you today, Mrs. Hola?
Oh, I want to say hi to
And she
Oguni.
said,
I want to
hey,
say I want to
Michael,
say hi
it's
to
so
Oguni
good to see you
Oluwatoyin.
again.
That's my
Oh,
auntie.
I'm sure, Michael. What do you say?
Sorry, I want to say shout out to Oguni Oluwatoyin. That's my auntie.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out to Oguni Oluwatoyin. Thank you for joining
The,
here. Thank you,
yeah, yeah.
Oluwatoyin, for joining the live stream. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm having some great people here. Please, if you've not double to like this video, double tap on your screen to like this
So
video. That goes a long way to support
yeah.
me.
So
Tina asked a question
some
before you
people.
say what you
So
want to say. Please hold your thought a bit, please. She
okay.
said, "Does Michael have a website, YouTube, or someplace we can learn more?" You
Of
can say
course
what
I
you want to
do.
say, then answer that.
Of course I do. I do. I do. Uh, my website is flourishfieldacademy.com, and then my YouTube channel is Flourishfield. Pekamo, I don't know if you're going to drop it in the description or something, but yeah, we have 1,000 plus of followers, and then we still have great content. We still have great content for educating kids on coding, on artificial intelligence. I'll be starting a proper, personally for me, I'll be starting a proper database tutorials on YouTube, teaching the concept of SQL on the YouTube channel. But we have great tutorials on coding and technology on our YouTube channel, and then we have a website for more information. Yeah,
Okay. His YouTube page is Flourish Field, right? Flourish Field.
yeah,
Am
Flourish
I
Field.
right?
Yeah, yeah. You
Can
could drop the
someone just
link.
help us navigate there and drop the link here? I mean, just for people watching live.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, someone, please help us look for Flourish Field is about programming, computer programming, application development, AI and tech, So
I could drop it in the
I
comment
would,
after the live. You know, or
yeah, I
something.
can still do that. I can still do that after.
Okay.
But for people who want to link up with you right now on the go,
Okay.
I think if someone can do that for us, it's gonna be good. Okay, thank you. Okay, Tina Marie said, could you please drop this link after the live? Okay, I will do that. But if someone can help us, navigate and identify Flourish Field, and of course, you're not going to see his picture there, but you're going to see a lot of programming tutorials and lectures and, how to's. Please help us put it here and we can confirm and
Oh,
pin
someone
it.
said thanks, Tina.
Um,
That's what I dropped down. There's, but it says police. Police? Do you understand that?
yeah, I think that thought is still brewing. So hopefully she's going to give us the rest part of that thought and we could understand what she's saying.
Okay.
Okay, I think, okay. Shah say, come on, host, do your duty. Well, I'm doing my duty, but I can navigate on this same phone to go copy this and paste that and do that. But I think that's why I have, my able mods on Blue. So I think you guys can help me do something with that.
Oh, typo. Don't
Please
worry. I
help me do
think
something with that.
no. I think you should just drop the link after the link is out there. Just drop
Okay.
the link after so that they can actually get access to that. Yeah.
All right. All right. All right.
So my dad was
So let's
calling.
move on.
Sorry. My dad was calling during the live. I had to keep hanging the call, but I'll get back to you later.
Oh, I'm sorry about
But it's
that. I
fine. It's
think
fine. It's
as,
fine.
as we were talking, I
Big
think he
shout out
was
to my
hearing his
dad.
name
Maybe he's
and
watching me though. Big shout out to you, daddy. I love you so much.
yeah, Daddy, in case if you're watching right now,
Yeah.
on behalf of Michael, I am so proud of you because I've known
Yeah.
Michael as a fine gentleman for a very long time, goal driven, he's very focused and kind, kind to a fault, simple in his attitude, but complex in terms of reasoning. Um, I want to celebrate you, Daddy, if you're watching this, because you've got a very great son.
Of
So
course.
shout out to you, Daddy.
Of course, he knows. Actually, he
So
knows. Let me tell you something about my dad, though.
let's move on.
I'm sorry. Let me
Okay,
say a
tell
little bit
us.
about my dad, just as something. You know, there are moves you take in life that makes the
Hmm.
person that um give you the proper training to respect you. There are times we have disagreements, and but when I choose to follow my dreams and it sees results, I gain more respect. So I think that's what's happening right now with me and my dad. Although most time he doesn't agree with most of my ideas, but I still choose to follow my ideas anyways. And then I always I always prove myself right. So that's what I wanted to say. Pekama, are you still there? Are you still there? Did you get what I said?
Very much. I'm still there. I got what you said.
Okay,
I got
okay,
what you
okay. All
said,
right. So
and
that's
that's
I just
amazing.
wanted to say that on there.
You know, and I think that's worthy of emulating because most of us are parents in different capacities, and we have to see to it that even though, like we are saying, that life throws us at different point in time. I mean, different levels of life, but we should harness whatever we have around us to make sure that we can give our kids the leverage that they could get. And that's why I celebrate the effort of parents here. And I think if you could do more, please do more. All right, let's move on. I have a few more questions for you, Michael. And I want to say, even though you gave us a good story, very beautiful story that challenges us to dare the impossible, can you tell us how should we set a goal that will be actualized? It's one thing to have a drive to share a goal, but it's another. I mean, to set a goal, but it's another thing for us to put the proper mechanisms on ground to ensure that that goal will be actualizable. So, how would you advise if you are a life coach now and assume, I'm sorry, I don't have your rates, I can't pay your rates, but if you were the life coach now and we paid you, like, let's assume I'm paying you heavily right now, I mean, in heavy USDs to teach us how to set goals, how would you tell us to go about it?
Okay, I'm not gonna sound like every other speakers. I'll say you have to say smart goals and all of this. I'll just come in my own way. Although that is also part of it, actually, you know. But you must have. I'm sorry. Did you? Are you guys hearing me? My dad is calling again. So, but it's okay. I'll keep.
Okay,
I'll keep the call.
maybe we should let you pick your call so that they will tell you what they want to tell you. I'm gonna hold up for you a bit for you to pick your call and come back here.
Okay. All right. So please, let me just say hi to my dad, and then I'll be back. Okay, guys. Sorry about that.
Okay, we'll be
Yeah.
waiting for you. No
Yeah.
problem. All right.
All right. Yeah. Let me just pick his call. He's been calling. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead. Go ahead. So, guys, I really appreciate you for being here. The live stream is not ended yet, but we had to give Michael some time to answer his dad's call, and hopefully, he's gonna be here soon. Um, okay. I had said hello to Mama Wise. Biobele Wise is here in the house. Probably she didn't catch that. So, Mama Wise, thank you for joining our live stream. And Tina is saying, Michael, okay, I think I will read that to him when he comes. Michael, do you ever go live on any of your platforms? Nah, Michael doesn't go live. He doesn't go live. Mama Wise says hi. And Shah says, Dad wants to say, good job, son. Yeah, you might be right anyway because Daddy might be watching. And Tina Marie says, Pekamo, you are a great interviewer. Oh, that's sweet. Thank you so much for that comment. Thank you. I think that spurs me to improve on myself. I'm not there yet, but I thank you for seeing that. Thank you so much. And Shar says, okay, Shar says, yeah, it really is. Tina said, you need to do this more. Well, with your support, I know I could do more. I want to bring, people a lot of insights about how people get to actualize the things that they currently have. Because to some people it's magic, some people they feel they are doomed. But when you hear the compendiums of other people's stories, you're going to find some that, I mean, that aligns with what you're going through, and you can try to make a resolve that if they can make it, I can make it too. And also here and there we could put on some ingredients of life, that makes it easy for people to make the right decisions at different junctures of life. Thank you, Michael, for coming back. So we have Michael Flourish back in the house.
Yeah.
Michael,
Sorry for the break in transmission.
yeah,
My dad is just checking on me. You know,
yeah,
that's
well,
what
good
it
to know
is.
that.
All
Yeah,
right.
parents with parents. And
Exactly.
while you were away, I read a comment from Tina Marie, and she said, Michael, do you ever go live on any of your platforms?
Oh, yes, I used to go live when I was really active because now I have people doing stuff for my company. I have some employees. So some of my employees go live. We still went live on December. So we did more like a live December coding activities that people can join us live. And I'm also trying to start something to join the group. So yeah, we always go live. So it's still on our YouTube channel. We go live on YouTube, basically on YouTube.
Okay,
That's
great,
it. Yeah, on
great.
our YouTube channel. So I think Pekamo will drop the link so that whenever we go live, we can
Yeah,
always
I'm
connect.
gonna drop the
Yeah.
link in the description so that you can connect.
Yeah.
But If you just type Flourish, Michael Flourish, Flourish over all the social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, you're gonna find him. You're gonna find him. Now you can see him. So if you see him on Instagram, you're gonna recognize him, and Facebook, you're gonna recognize him. Yeah. I think I saw some people playing some ping pong in the chat. Shar was saying, Pekamo, you need to bring Tina Marie next. And Tina Marie is saying, Pekamo, I nominate Shar. What a ping pong game, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. I mean, I'm gonna really think about it. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Thanks guys for hanging on. Thanks guys for being here. I want to ask you, now that you showed us how we could set our goals, what would you say are the known debilitating factors to goal setting? I mean, to actualization of a goal that we set. What are those factors that's going to be a great impediment that's going to serve as an hurdle on the way that
Okay,
you
yeah.
know? Maybe tell us some of yours and how you overcame them.
Okay, yeah. Firstly, I want to answer the previous question. Before my dad called
Okay.
about goals,
How to set a
uh,
goal. Yep.
how to set a goal. So, and like I said, you don't. I don't want to go with. I don't want to mention the smart and I'll just keep it simple. Firstly, you need to have clarity about your goals. You need to be
Mm,
clear about it. It's as clear as saying I want to get a job before June. Simple and clear.
mm,
You're not going to mix it up. Just be clear about it. And then the second step for me would now be you take you give a structure of how you want to get there. Just like I've told my story.
mm-hmm,
Weekly plans of what you're supposed to do to achieve that. You know, oh, I'm going to study
mm-hmm,
for so hours in a week. By the time after first month, I should be able to achieve this. So when you do that, it gives you confidence. It boosts your energy. That's the reason
mm,
for your push. Because once you don't set those short-term goals, once you don't achieve those daily, those small goals, you will get easily distracted, you will get easily discouraged, and you will stop. So clarity first, creating a good structure, a good work ethic towards achieving that. And then you have to be consistent
mm,
at what you're doing. So there are times that you will feel like, oh, I don't think I'll be able to do this. And when you feel that way, that shows growth. Pekamo, I don't know if you catch that.
mm-hmm.
When you feel like,
Yep.
oh, I think I'm getting tired, that's growth. That's showing you that you're about to cross to the next level. That's where I would advise you
Mm,
keep pushing because it always happened to me.
mm-hmm,
It always happened to me. When I feel like when
mm,
I'm being consistent at doing something that is going along with my plans, most time, often time, I feel like ah, I'm getting tired. But now when you push through that feeling and you are able to consistently do what you're doing, it now becomes
mm-hmm,
smoother. So I want to advise anybody today.
mm,
I want to advise anybody today. Once you already feel like giving up on your goals, on your dream, please push. Trust me, when you push, it's going to be more smooth. It shows that you're about to cross to the next
mm,
level. Do you understand?
mm.
Once you're consistent about it, you will get your goal and nothing will stop you. I'm serious. Nothing will stop you. You can
Wow.
achieve anything. You can, I can, I know what I'm going to achieve before June this year. I know I already set goal for myself and I'm already pushing through that. I have plans.
Mm,
Pekamo, you know the crazy thing I did when I was in school, how I designed, how
yep.
crazy I can be, right? So I don't want to go into that.
Mm-hmm,
So, yes. And this is what I want people to do. Like, once you set a goal, push through it. No, I think I've answered that. Am I clear about that? So I
Yeah,
don't
you're
want to sound
clear.
like a teacher.
So, and even the point you make is clear. Even though you put a lot of points for us to consider, the main thing you said, which I see Shara is also pointing it out, that consistency is key. And when it gets to the point when you're putting in more effort and you're getting weary, then it tells you that your effort is counting and is wearing you down, but don't be worn out. Put in more effort, still stay
Don't
consistent,
stop.
and at
Yeah,
that point, don't stop. You're gonna
it's
get
gonna
your
get
goal.
easy.
You know.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
thank you so much for that. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for that. And Shara, thanks for re-emphasizing that in the
Thank you,
chat.
Charles. Thank you. Yeah.
Consistency is key. I want to ask this question. I know that some people will kind of look at me like somehow, that you still need to ask this or what. Everybody should know that. Or why do we have to say that? Okay, my question is, Michael, do you think actualizing your goals requires a spiritual backing without which such actualization will be impossible? Do you think so? What do
Yeah.
you think?
It's like a trap. Me and you, we have been speaking about
No,
spirituality
it's not
for.
a trap.
We had
It's not
almost
a
like two
trap.
hours discussion about this, about spirituality. But my answer. I'm just gonna go. Hmm. All right, guys. Hmm. I'm sorry if you are gonna be offended about it, but I don't take. I don't take. I don't think I'll take out spirituality out of my journey. I'm sorry. I don't think I will. It's a big part of me. And I connect to God. Yes, I plan, I work hard, but at the same time I pray. I still put my plans in God's hands. Yeah.
Mm,
So some of the
okay.
things I do when I'm weary. I think I was speaking to you, right? When you asked me and I said I was a little bit in my head in the beginning of the year. Was it you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah, you told me.
yeah, yeah. So at times you feel down for no reason. You feel depressed. I don't know if I'm talking to anybody right now. If you're going through depression, it's normal for everybody, even though you have achieved a lot, you know. But I think
Mm,
sometimes you just have to connect to the higher power, and that's the way I do. I believe in God. I believe in spirituality. I connect to God by, sometimes communicating to Him, meditating and telling my challenges. Oh, I'm frustrated right now. It feels like whatever I'm doing, I'm not
mm,
making progress. Can you help me? I need relief. I could sometimes, you know, connect with my spiritual friends, and so yeah, spirituality is a big part of it for me. Did I
okay.
get you? Did you get my answer?
Yeah, yeah, you gave a great answer, and I understand. A lot of people are reliant on, a spiritual backing, a higher power. But I want to get something straight. Are you saying, unequivocally, that without spiritual backing, you cannot achieve your goals? Like,
No,
there's no way you can achieve
no,
your
no, no. That's
goals.
not what I'm saying. Go. No, no. That's what I'm saying. Pekamo, are we having this discussion now? Come on, man. This is. It looks like a setup, but let me talk my truth.
No, it's not a setup.
I'm gonna say my truth. First, with or without God, you can achieve your goals. I already said that. I said when you put in the right plannings, when you put in the right work ethics, when you set the goals, if it's clear, if you have, structure and you put in consistency, you will achieve your goal. So it doesn't
Mm,
take your work ethics, it doesn't take that out. But I say where spirituality becomes more for me are during my down times, during the times that I feel sometimes I'm not motivated. Then spirituality
mm,
comes in for me. I'm not without even when you are even down. Sometimes you can even go through some other things and still be good. But to me, the things that I do spiritually is communicating, is praying. Some people, it could be going for concert or going for meditations. That could be spirituality for some other people.
Mm-hmm.
Some people can just,
You're right.
just take a break, connect with whatever you want to connect to. That's the part I'm
You're
coming
right.
from regarding spirituality. But with or without God, we are powerful as humans. If you don't want to call God into it, once you set a goal and you want to achieve it, you can achieve it without God. That's fact.
Mm.
I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. That's how powerful we are.
I
You
get
don't
what you're
you
trying to
don't
say.
you don't have to pray for some things. Some things are already given. You just have to put in the right work ethics and you get it. But I
Mm.
choose to spiritually connect when I have when I'm depressed, when I'm not motivated, when I'm in my head. I'm not always perfect.
Mm.
Everybody sees that, oh, you're talking nice. Yes, I'm full of a lot. I have a lot in me.
Mm.
You understand? I have ups and downs. Sometimes I feel like I've not achieved the goal enough. I don't know. Sometimes
Mm.
you have for example, this June of this year, I want to achieve just two things. I'll keep it personal to myself for now. But what if I achieve just one? Or I achieve one and I almost want to achieve the other one. Sometimes
Mm.
the feeling of being perfect gives us opens door for depression sometimes. You don't have to be
Mm.
perfect at everything. Sometimes you have to not be hard on yourself. And I think that's where
Mm.
spirituality comes in. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. This is where I
I
connect.
get
When
it.
I feel overwhelmed about my goals, when I feel overwhelmed about, sometimes life happens that you put in the work, you do everything, but it's still not clicking. I'm not contradicting myself right now. I'm just saying sometimes life happens. Thank you, Charles. It go back to consistency. Thank you. And that's why I said that push. You just have to stay there. You just have to stay there and hope. Charles said something that I like. So you just have to be consistent. You just have to remain there. And as at that time that you're feeling down, you just need to find something to lift your spirits. So that's my view. I hope you
Exactly.
get my point. Thank you.
No, I get your point. You made it straight. So, it makes it make sense why some people spiritual the other still actualize success without having any higher power they kind of profess. So you've made it clear enough that everyone can actualize their dreams. Of course, they're going to find some varying levels of, obstacles on the way, but you made it clear that with or without spirituality or God, you can achieve your goals. But maybe some people will find some succor, from their God or whatever they believe in, and they will be able to find it easy. They'll be comforted when they're hurt, when they're feeling down. Like you said, when you're down, you connect to God, and God gives you a reinvigorated state of mind, and you're ready to fire again.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that thought from you. I don't know if it's
And
just from me. Your
I want
frame
to
is
add to it.
freezing intermittently. Like your frame is freezing. Like
I'm having
it's doing
calls,
like a
but it's
slideshow.
fine. I'm having calls. That's why.
Oh,
I'm a, I'm
oh,
a,
CEO.
I'm a people's
So
person.
guys, bear with him. He's a CEO. So a lot of people are
I'm
calling
a
him.
people's person. Yeah. So yeah, I'm having calls and I'm hanging up a lot of calls. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry
So
about that.
yeah, yeah. So but I'll get back to them. So I wanted to say something. Apart from spirituality, your relationship too matters. Connecting with the right set of
Mm,
people. Look at you and I right now. There's a way we talk. Like the other day, like the day I told you that I wanted to talk to you and I wanted to pay you for your day.
mm-hmm,
I told you. So things like that boost your uh motivates you. Whenever we talk, we always
mm,
motivate each other. You have a circle of
yeah.
friends that all you do is share your dreams, talk about life, to inspire yourselves.
Mm,
Yeah, sometimes your
Mm,
relationship too matters. The friends you keep.
you're right.
Yeah. So basically, apart from spirituality, there are things that you can do to lift your spirit. Just good energy. Yeah.
You're right. Good energy.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. And Tina said, so it sounds like goal setting is managing or challenging your internal mindset, emotions, and belief. Hmm. That's sounding very deep, like
Hmm.
sounding more philosophical. Like sounds
Yeah.
like goal setting is managing and challenging yourself. So I think it's clear. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah. You
That's right.
challenge yourself to change your
That's right.
level, to change
That's a
your
beautiful
state.
point, actually. That's right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a deep one. So I am here. I should not be complacent. Okay, I should reach for another level. And you challenge yourself to move yourself from here to there. You're very right, Tina Marie.
Big
Yes,
shout out to
you're right.
Tina. Big shout out to Tina. Yeah. You see what
Tina,
I'm
you
saying?
get a shout out.
You see what I'm saying,
Yeah,
Pekamo? In the
and
beginning of the live, I said we are going to learn from each other. It's not about. I don't think it's about one person. I think it's about. I know when I have a discussion with people, I always learn something. So yeah,
you're
basically,
right.
yeah,
You're right. Tina, Shar, and everyone in the chat, we're learning from you. Thank you so much. And Tina said, as well as the physical aspect of goals. So challenge yourself on the mental, the internal, the emotional, your belief to move
yeah.
forward, to
The
not be
physical aspect
complacent, and
goes too.
also to move forward in your body, your health.
Yes,
You're
that's
right.
fact. That's valid. That's a very good point because if you're not physically um stable, if your physical aspect is not good, it's gonna affect you emotionally. So the physical and the emotions
True.
goes hand in hand. So you have to stay fit. Yeah. So basically, yeah, that's fact.
And Shah also said, I always put God first in whatever. Okay, I always
Yeah,
put God first in all whatever I do. Yeah, sure.
that's
So
fact. Same
I'm
too.
sure you've been seeing results about that, and keep doing whatever gives you result, you know. And Tina said, I like listening to his truth. I think Tina is talking about Michael's truth. That Tina is saying she likes listening to your truth.
No, thank you, Tina.
And Tina said, yes, Michael, universal laws applies to all, no matter the path we take. So I think she's responding to that part where you said,
Spirituality.
yeah, it's not about spirituality alone. Though spirituality makes it maybe
Yeah,
easy, makes it more cushy, but the laws are universal.
exactly.
Whatever
So it
you find,
doesn't.
yeah, wherever you find yourself, just pay the price, follow the principle, and it's going to answer to you. Thank you for that, Tina. Shara is also emphasizing on consistency. It goes back to consistency, yes. And Shara is saying, you guys inspired each other. Yeah, this man inspired me. You see, this
Hmm.
man was so keen about getting a first class out from the university, and he missed first class getting out from the university a strong 2-1 by the whiskers. You know, I saw consistency living with two hands and two legs. I mean, I saw consistency in a human being, and determination. He was reading himself out, speaking to the wall, and oh my
Come on,
God.
bro. Come on,
You
bro.
remember
We don't want.
times,
They don't want to do
Michael,
academics
when you
today.
be reading to the wall.
They don't want the academics part. They already picked. So let's not go into that. They don't want the academics
Yeah,
part.
the fixed side of life.
Hmm.
Okay, so without wasting time so much, I want to ask, we are wrapping up gradually down there in the chat. So Michael
But
can
can
answer
I
your
make a
question.
request?
And if you
I
if
might
you have
need
any
to
compliments, go ahead,
leave though.
Michael.
You know, I told you about time.
Yeah, I understand. I understand.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
understand.
exactly.
So while we wait for one or two questions that we will take, Michael, we're wrapping up.
Okay, okay.
What's next after actualizing your goals? So You set a goal, it was tough, it was difficult, and finally the passage of time came and you actualized it. So what next? I'm gonna think it's time to grab a bottle of wine and get a glass and oh my soul celebrate, and I can retire from goal setting. What's next?
Hmm. That's deep, actually. I never thought about that. But there's always something. So I'll use my life as an example. So are you still there? Okay, yeah. I think he's having network. Basically, when you achieve your goal, I don't think you have, for every goal that you achieve, even it's been a long time goal, you
Hmm,
can always create something more to achieve. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. That's number one step.
hmm,
Number two step is once you achieve that goal, can you spread it out? I'll give you an example so that it can affect
give
life
us.
around you. So that it can affect life around you. If I don't start Flourish Food today, some people would not
Hmm,
have job in Nigeria. I'm sorry, it's not pride.
you're right.
That's a
You're right.
legacy already for me, and I'm happy about it. It means
Hmm,
it means God needs to bless me for some people to take care of their families.
hmm,
So if I didn't start that, some people might be struggling right now. So what I did was achieve my goal and ensure that I spread it around some people. You understand? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So
yeah.
that's what we need to look out for. You have achieved your goal,
Hmm.
right? So how does this goal that I achieve, how does this goal that I achieve now, how can I use it to bless other people around me? So now I'm using it to create employment, to create reasons for people to live. Are you still with me, guys? Are you guys still with me? I think Pekamo is frozen, but I'll keep talking. And that's around that will help you build legacy. You understand what I'm trying to say? Um Pekamo, are you still there? Are you there?
Can help. I'm still here. I'm still here.
Did you miss anything? Or did you get what I said?
Yeah, I it's a part of it. You talked about spreading your goals such that you've actualized your goals, and that actualization, that lump sum of your actualization, let's say is money or is status. How do you ensure that others will actualize their goals too through
Through that. Yeah, so
your actualization?
I think that's the next step for anybody that's setting a goal. Like community, build a community around the goals that you have set.
Mm,
That's why I said flourishing is going to be a big thing in Africa. It's not. It's not because it's not just my goal anymore. I have people that work with me now that are driving towards that vision, that mission. So it's a
mm,
mission for us, and that's what we. So making your goals become other people's goals. Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, that's the word. Making your goals that you have achieved now, spreading that vision to some people so that they can see what you're doing and support what you're doing, and that you build a legacy from
mm.
that. So that's I think that
That's
should be the next
awesome.
step. That's personally for me
And you
though.
see, Michael, okay, go
That's
ahead.
personally for me.
Personally
Cool.
for you.
Yeah. I don't know what other people think. If you maybe they should drop it in the chat, what they feel about it. So yeah.
Yeah, and what you're saying now is making me think that when you finish actualizing a goal, whether it's a grand goal or a small goal, it means that goal not the
You
finish.
can.
Like we say in Nigeria Pigeon Balance, like you move on to the next goal, and the next goal will give birth to the next goal, and you keep going like till you die. You keep setting goals, eating goals, setting goals, actualizing goals, and keeps going like that. But I like the big part of what you said that when you set a goal, okay, now it's kind of a survival kind of thing. You've gotten to a point where survival is not a challenge for you anymore, and maybe you're basking in some abundance. So you see how you can call two people into your goal, help them
Exactly.
share your goal, and
Exactly.
help them also to achieve their goals by working in your goal.
Is that
And
fantastic?
it keeps expanding like that. Three more people, five more people, 10 more people, and that becomes a
It
legacy. And
became
I like the
that's
way you
it.
see that.
That's the journey. So you see, we never stop. We never stop.
We never stop.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
go not the finish. I'm saying it in Niger Palace. Go not the finish. You go just the set goal the goal. You understand? So if you beat, hmm, so Michael is saying if it's a big goal, it's not gonna hang. Like you keep, you know, reaching some different levels. It's gonna be in levels. There'll always be more to do. There'll always be more to do. You're very right. And now, I want to read the chat. And Shah said, and it's people like Michael you want to be around that will always inspire you to do good and to be consistent. So, Michael, you see, I can support this. I can be a witness to this because everyone needs to have a Michael. I was privileged, and I'm still privileged to have Michael. Everyone needs to be around Michael. So, if you don't have someone like Michael is here. Well, I don't know if his PA is gonna give you access to him, but you can access him through his social media, and I'm sure it's gonna give you attention and it's gonna give you some support. But I want to ask Michael, do you call for support of any form, from friends, from
Of course.
organizations like funding? Is it shares? Is it stocks or a kind of giving like partnership where people buy into your goals? Maybe they give a gift or make a commitment. Is there anything like that you do?
Oh, that's a very good question. I'm currently on a negotiation so far. Someone wants a percentage of my company because before you take it to the next level, you need a great financial breakthrough.
Mm, you're
But
right.
I'm still taking my time. I'm still taking my time to think about it because it's an offer, and you don't have to rush into that offer. You know, I've learned something from Steve Jobs. Once you're desperate, you have to calm down. Don't make a decision when you're desperate because you want to
You're
make
right.
it big. You have to slow down.
You're right. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? I think Michael is frozen. Please indicate in the chat if you can hear me. I think my network is good, but I can't hear Michael anymore. Can you hear me? Michael, are you still there? I think my network is good, but you never can tell. Who's in the chat? Say hello. Say you can hear me if you can. Can you all hear me? Okay. I think it was Michael's network. Who's in the chat? Say something. Say you can hear me. I want to be sure you can hear me. Hello? I need to be sure you can hear me. I need to be sure I'm not talking to myself. Who's there? Oh, oh my God. I had to refresh my comments.
Hello,
Oh,
guys.
you're back, Michael. I had to refresh my comments because I couldn't hear anything. I mean, I couldn't see any comment. Welcome back, Michael.
Yeah.
You had a
So,
call, I
um,
guess.
so what happened was my phone died while on the spot.
Oh,
I'm currently charging it
I'm
right now.
sorry. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
So I
I'm
have
sorry
few
about that.
minutes to end this. Would you ask your question,
Okay,
sir? Yeah. So, was I able to
okay.
answer the last question?
You
Sorry
did.
about
You
that,
did
guys.
an amazing job with that. You did an
Yes, sir.
amazing job. Okay. My last question, I mean, from me, probably we can get one from the chat, but my last question is not a question, but I want you to give us, your parting wisdom stroke to our audience, just give us a parting wisdom stroke.
Okay. Parting words.
Yep. But I want it to be heavy, to make me unconscious.
No way, bro. This is hard, though.
Something that can get us going. You've been using a lot of things to achieve a lot, so borrow us one of it.
Or maybe I'll say, don't wait for the perfect time to start pursuing your dream. Just start now.
Hmm.
You
Hmm.
don't have to procrastinate. You don't have to like, oh, I need to have this. I need to, be in this position. I need to do this. Just start anyhow. Like we used to say in
Hmm.
Nigeria, just start anyhow. You learn in the process. You will learn in the process. I used to tell people the
Hmm.
greatest MBA school, the greatest MBA school is starting a business, not going to school. Because it is in starting a
Wow.
business you rise and fall. Am I speaking the truth now? Am I speaking the truth now? it is in
You
the
are. You're
it is in
spitting shit.
starting it is in the starting of the business you rise and fall. You make mistake, you get back to your mistake, go back to the drawing book, do it again. Like that, you're learning lessons, life lessons.
Hmm.
So start anyhow. If you are listening to me right now, you're in the US, you're thinking of starting something, start right now. Start your LLC. Go register. Don't worry. Oh, tax. I'm afraid of tax. No, it takes you to studying.
Hmm.
Takes you to studying. I'm currently studying about LLC right now. I'm also afraid of tax. You understand?
Hmm.
But I'm studying about LLC. I'm studying about how I'm going to file my tax for my business in the US when I start. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So just start anyhow. That's the learning curve. That's how you grow. That's how
So
you grow.
start anyhow, but don't continue anyhow. Keep getting better till you hit the mark, and that's the word from Michael. Don't procrastinate. Don't wait for the best time. Start. That's Michael saying that.
Someone just said it.
Start.
Just
You
start.
have a
That's
goal.
it.
Start.
Yeah, that's it. Just start.
And as long as you are determined to get the best out of it, it's gonna find its way through to become better.
All right, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way. Start with clarity. You know your goals have to be clear,
Hmm.
but keep moving with
So get
consistency.
clarity. Hmm.
Yeah, keep moving with
Start with
consistency. But
clarity,
yeah,
move with consistency, and see where it leads, right?
yeah. Then you keep going like that. So that's the word. That's the word. I try
So
now.
he has given us a variation. That's a punchline. Start with clarity, move on with consistency, keep moving that way, and see where it ends. Definitely, it's going to end somewhere great, and you're going to be celebrated around the world. And Michael, I must say that I really enjoyed what you came to do for us here. Um, I skipped a chat. Tina Marie said you are the company you keep. You have a great friend, Pekamo. So, that's a compliment for me, Michael. I have a great friend, and it suffices to say that when you have a good friend, you're going to be great too. And it's a compliment for me. Thank you for complimenting me, Michael. I
Because you're a great
appreciate
guy,
that.
you know that, right? I don't associate with nobody. I don't associate with mediocres. You know that, right?
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I'm happy that I know Michael. The main things that we could say, but time is not going to be sufficient enough for us to spill that out. Shao said, Michael, that's deep. And Tina said,
Thank you.
Michael, bless me so I can bless others. Okay, yes, Michael, bless me so that I can bless others. Great point. So that's your point about you continuing on more goals to create a legacy. And
Yeah.
Tina Maris, okay, she was saying that she can hear me. Tina Marie said, good advice, Michael. Mama Y said, procrastination is the thief of time. Just start. Start anyhow. And like Michael
Thank
said,
you.
put in
Thank you.
consistency and you're gonna get there. Okay, Shah says, okay, everyone, my phone's about to die. Thank you for the great, great conversation, Michael. I don't know you,
Same,
but
same
proud
to
of
that,
you.
Mike.
Keep reaching your goals. Pekamo, great interview. Thank you so much, Shar. Thank you so much, Shar. And Biobele says, sometimes clarity comes along the way. And that's another point.
That's
Much
big one.
clarity, further clarity comes along the way. You're saying
Fact.
something big, Mama Wise. Thank you for that.
Sorry,
So
sorry,
just
Pekamo. I need
start.
to.
Don't
So,
wait till
sorry, I
when
want
it's
to say
perfect.
something. I want to say something. That's a very
Okay, go
beautiful
ahead.
point. So sometimes you get overwhelmed. You don't start. You just keep thinking about it. Like, oh yeah, I want to do this. Yeah,
Mm,
you've drawn out your goal, but if you don't start, you won't see. So that's a very valid point. That's a very valid point. Sometimes
mm,
clarity comes along the way. It becomes clearer.
mm.
Big shout out to you. That's 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 something.
Mama
Yeah.
Wise, that's a great perspective. And thanks for the love, Shar. I see the hearts you're sending. And I don't know who's been pumping the hearts on the screen. Thank you so much to the person pumping the hearts. And Mama Wise also said, clarity will get clearer as you keep moving. You're right.
Hello, Pekama. Are you still there? I think he's having a network issue. Nice meeting you, Tina. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Thank you so much. I hope we all connect. Again. Ha. Okay. I'll try. I'll try. I'll try to come back. I'll try to come back as long as you. As, oh yeah, Pekamo, you're back. You're back.
Yeah, thank you for holding forth. Yeah, yeah. Go on with what you're saying. Go on, go on.
So someone said, Michael, you need to come back next time. Well, it's up to the host. But he always asks me when he calls. So yeah, it's my
You
good friend.
definitely come back. You definitely come back. And this time we're gonna trash a much more naughty and rocky, topic.
No, 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 let's go there. Don't let's go there. That's gonna be that's gonna go viral. Don't let's go there. Let's keep our those ones. Let's keep those ones private. Don't let's go there, please.
Okay. All right.
All right, all
Thank you
right. Thank you
guys
so
for
much.
joining my live. Thank you, everyone. Michael, once again, thank you for coming to my live stream. I don't take it for granted the access I have and how you made it easy for me to get you here. Michael, it's not easy to get Michael. Michael is always busy. It's never idle.
Yeah,
Even though he does a lot of big business, he still occupies himself with some small business too, and touching lives here and there. And I appreciate the fact that you chose to come to my live and made it so simple for me. And everyone here in the chat, I appreciate that you left everything you were supposed to do to join my chat. All of you that liked, all of you that subscribed, all of you that watched from beginning to the end, all of you that commented, all of you that watch on the bushes, thank you for joining. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Until next time I'm coming live. I wish you the best and I hope you be the best version of yourself. I love you all. Michael, what do you tell them?
yeah. Love you guys. It's really nice to learn from everyone. Big shout out to everyone. Tina, Sharon, Wise, everyone that has actually contributed to this discussion. Thank you so much, and stay blessed and keep flourishing. Actually, yeah. Thank you.
Keep
Yeah. Bye.
flourishing. Yeah, Michael Flourish says that. Thank you. Have a nice
Love you,
rest of your day. Bye
Tina. Love you so
bye.
much. Bye. Yeah.